And for a moment I just went through at this still April 18th, 2015. And at this time, sorry, I am still going through this place, which I wish I'll be already gone. But certainly certain things still happens all around and pretends to possessing me for the making more destructions and making the whole that supposedly I will be for internation and the supposed pretender of judge of the supposed pretender tribunales with the supposed released, what is a forged, invented less humanity every day and playing the phallic ritual benchviscat. I'm sorry for the weird term, but that's what they determinated to say to the world, which they meant to be in class of regency for the government and saying the showing what is the worth and who commands and that they are going to forward no matter what and no matter whom to say whatever they the liars it have to be whatever the sickness of them abominable freak out psychos everyone every member every criminal degenerate of Kirchner's and association corporation of Sodoma Gomorra and degenerados sobre the Spanglish at the clear fact that they says I shall be internated and Borda Alvear Piñeiro and others with evangelics like Emilio Bevilacqua were called to the trend to show to the jury what will be this all about and to the court what will it mean about what I will be doing all around and I will consuming drugs and making robbery and making delivering and being violently dangerous at the public way because of Sodoma Policía Federal Argentina pretender of expertise has supposedly shown that so. And I will be just all they said and they got approved with the more delirious that generates all around. So in the middle of this crittery of insaciables parradas abominables degeneradas to exterminate and putting under execution by capital sentence, the clear fact of this is exactly what we keep on suffering all over and still coming through and still suffering for the reason of what still does to me and still does to us and never stop to making because of these statements and can be done the fever of them Sodoma Gomorra trousers. Kirchner says this. Una entidad legionaria de diablos, fálica, reventada, degenerada, posesiva, how is this the term? Senlotesiva, nencrativa, asemotiva, necroseniva, necrofílica, dresonética, amerrobesita, nalquerasanina, and sorry for this last, nalquerasanina, besoletonídica, and ontologically perras de Lucifer. And pretending they to be the pride of a nation and are the sickness of the whole of humanity and forever. Well, forgive me for this, please, ask you. And further this just a requestment of every moment while extortions even through. For the we shown it and we chased him all along and all over every day and we shown that we were right and we just fit it in its spirit. I catched it. Guillermo Rasepren and United Evangelics chasing me all around to saying that to be the witness for the established right justice of the Lord said and for the making the right justice can be done that I will be a very murderer and genocider of the whole of uniformed and governmental for UNASUR men and women, but I delire and I need medication and they will control me with medications. Radam Pharma, Alvear Borda Piñeiro, Cuerpo Médico Forense, telling with evangelics that the way to control me until clarifying, which will be and to can kill, my people or people, and saying they done to me. Understanding who I am and not a beast. And not the beast, neither. Less. Forgive me for this, please, and just for the moment to share. Let's come into the Gelvech lachiviso shoatzvi, Gelchab levech maktachale sheveshmovam. Ingel Harchledi Shatavaswati Gablech Macham Beshevot Gergamat Levech Lachivat and Shelva Shekoat Hidachavach Lekama Rehesher Zatlektik Hankhevesh Kovach Sekle Hevesesh Boan Bablechamat Lechim and Skavleboch Lachadash Shevashel Vatzekach Amab Levech Machlivi Amafot Vaselak Shkelach Elchev Shkeler Rebal Plecha Bespech Lochuat Simap Levesh Shekoach Lachavak Lech Macham Beplevech Matlevechi Vishovach Lacham Gabla Rava Plech Maplech Edisevashek Hambar Lachava Plech Machal Beshechalakim. Then the clear fact for Plech Visvoach Lechamatsev. Look at this ancient. It's not the best, it's not the most ever architecture here around. But take a look at this. It's a very small building which has the site on the corner for the street. Look at the sun. Isn't it beautiful? This with an Android, can you believe it? And works. And further that, right under store place, you can take a look around this old building. So much times I loved the idea of the night to bless me with a simple, small place like this, and expecting I to have maybe my bakery and lifting up every morning 6 a.m. and start working to baking bread and some sweet bread and all class of products in a very coffee shop and maybe some resto bar and maybe some place to singing around. And Guillermo praying were stealing everything from me and saying that they had right because of that Lord Caven and that the generation Peronismo Nerotismo, Rebonismo, Kirchnerismo, Menemismo, Vitorismo, Raturismo, Mequerismo, Enfermedad General Argentina, always supporting them for making the felony and calling 30-70, 50-50, 40-60, 80-20, and saying they had rights and everything was okay, keeping them. And I weren't chances to making something and saying that I own them because if I will ever own to Lord, and He's nothing of God, never were and won't be. Vergelach wie Savashwal Pachal, Rechomaplech Vachlechi Visevashoad Lavechlacham, Rechomaplech Vesivishkop Lavechmat Cividakti. So the reality will be Lechmoplech Veseshachlachacham, Imbeblech Veschashilefim, and having maybe some then to working transporting kids for scholarship, for high school, for Redlechi, Vespotlechi Elementary, and kindergarten, but they said that I were a pedophilic, and they made an up and published pedophily photo assembled by them, which are them, with my face assembled, which already proved all longer, and Guillermo Prena and Osvaldo Carnival supporting that were true, and saying that they were a pedophilic, and I were making and causing destructions and harms to kids. That I were wishing until this day third, while witches, Sodom and Gomorrah, expertises, national security techniques, manipulating and making temperatures with witchcraft to kids, like they naturally goes to rape kids, saying like Kirchner's, the new generation's shape for the looking like innocent and fresh, otherwise are shit, and even with the witchcraft, shit remains. Making sacrificial for kids, all Ejército Argentino, also pregnant, and because of ties that Guillermo Prein, Osvaldo Carnival, Juan Crudo, and not Osvaldo Carnival making, but suddenly comes in the club and coverages. And the whole of the defensories with the whole heads of Armed Forces Argentina, Kirchner's all, especially tribunales, and especially Aníbal Fernández, to being what they are, pedophilics and degenerates and criminals and abominable freaks, they're to saying, oh, because of we command, it's going to be because of we spoken. And we spoken and he said, so he got to be. How do you know? Because of your organism like Elia, bastardos degenerados, and you're going to die for what you do and what you said. Sorry for this, and I know you needed this as well. Is this term sounds to you clear about something around? See the name of the street, please, that I'm approaching. that it got me. Buenos Aires is filled of this class of attempt held shit, making massive rape and murder, forgeries, invention for policial armed forces, institutionals of justice and law and governmental saying that they knows what they do, and associating this class of held shit of Armada Argentina, Ejército Argentino to robbing to people and delivering them to massive rape and murder for they to have, at least we had a fun. Alright. ברוב בלחי וישקוד לבחל חמה בלחי שוות לבלח מקתח לחמה ויקב ששלב שקט התחלך מיחלכם משבול בצבח לחי וישכבת ימופלח החלים. You're not gonna have never. You're not gonna be alive ever, and you're not gonna be nothing but shit in hell. Brains, carnivals, crudos, cabreras, anacondias, freitsens, vos también, Mateas, Bevilacqua, Kirchners, y toda mierda, Sodoma y Gomorra, Fuerzas Armadas, Ejército Argentino, and Kirchners, evangélicos, que se vayan al infierno, que los maten. Tu señor Lucifer, perra abominable, vas a morir y vas a pagar. Salah. Beplecha dachlechechim, sorry, and bleveseshuat levesplecha chalkamachlechi vismota vesplechinam. Revesochal veshefosi vatplechmaklecha chalkamaplecha nechividam. Ishgal vetrelachtacha chal shevot matia plechat ishkef. And rechalach maklecha chal vashevot matia chal. So, gefach leche chal mechlevis eveshef. In blerevitias matleche vachlechi vishpota matlech machalak. In Shgalbachalach, man seveswat levidia spatechla, rechol chamablech machleviswat leveseshalaki vin kravach mava. Galfach lechachalim. Do you see this? It's not exactly like the. It's kind of a very thematic and is Austriac styling, and the Rivesefisch Suez styling, all in material, is all bricks, cement, and structure for the around in place in this class of an architecture that is produced here in Buenos Aires because of it's a production actually, not a technicature or professionalism in placing four techniques to deliver into some good. It's a production. As much you to have, as much you to give the pleasures like a whore all around the ones that says to commence and being in powers is what you get. So as much you produce, the earning. Alright, sorry. Blecha v'plecha v'sishvat v'maplech machachalam rehov levesecha levesishvat lemaplecha v'sichishvat lemaplecha chalchavakti v'shkevot levechalachmiyam babas v'sel kishvot erchlichimim dar levecha v'plecha v'sishavach lechachavikim zel shevet lecha v'klech v'smot levesishavach lech machalavama am blevecha lecham. I love this. I love it. Reminds me, and really reminds me, some old buildings in Boston and even in New York City and Brooklyn. I love them. I really love that styling to the making awesome things inside. And there are a lot. Not exactly this, but the way of the styling in Shemesh, Israel, also in Sahab, Israel, and even all through Tel Aviv. Look at this weird thing. I am not sure this to be the best ever. No bad, but not exactly. It's weird, you know. Alright, I'm in chill. That is the lobby of the place, which I don't know if there is kind of a very, if you can see, carrot calls this place. If you can see, all right. May I do not? All right. Exactly. I have a very so. I'm sorry, a reflex. I cannot show you inside, but there you have a carrot. This is the place. Looks fancy, looks nice, people, but I am not promoting Buenos Aires is enemy. With the pardon of people that affords or efforts to make it some good and some respectable, which are not Kirchner's, unless Sodom and Gomorrah, the hanky, pinky whorehouse instituted pretender of expertises, armed forces. No. You see the name? I'm in jail. You were not arrested yet. Sorry my irony and cynism. Look at the salt. I love those balconies. Can you watch? Sorry for the twisting the image. It's all produced in cement, concrete. The whole. It's a very old one in the city. It's really old. This will be for around, not gonna say lie, 1943, maybe, here in Buenos Aires. In then and lechmatlach viso shubad matzek lechtechachal haseshevot sektich likish vashevat gelchamatlech matlech visishvat libitech machalakim ivam and blevesevech lechachama vanki in both blevesevech lechat shel veshel and robot lechmatlech lechim ivam fesevakim in gadlachav levechiv shov levesvech lechachalikim ivak geshechal kebatlach machal chevek lechmiam bavaski על שבע שאול בקתח לקם רבע פם רבח לך שבע פלוך תחל חלמי פלי יפספק לך מביקם גף לך ושפוט למפלך חל חבשקל חמבם Ibov lech machlechesi, and I also wrote the video that I just recorded and the photos that I done in the place I were myself and I did saying I done my control and I thought about making that same while I were doing Enfermedad General Sodom y Gomorra, Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana, Fuerzas Armadas Argentina, Kirchner's and the United Evangelics, brains especially. Sodom y Gomorra son Beblevecha bleche v'sesha chalam, baflecha bablecha v'secha levishvoan matzivakt Galblecha chal v'seshvat li v'sechalek noisy, crappy, no maintenance, insufferable. Like this, the whole of the noise of the city is very 74% high in the Plevestechlachi and 61% further and really upper on the limit of pollution by noise, acoustic pollution. Sorry for also the term which is an accepted reality and accepted. Rehob levechat lechi visof shvot lemeplech chachal, rechmak lechi visiv shvot lemeplech miyam paspeselegish katachli, rechfol chaliam, and ravat tishev, and ravat lechi vasechi shvatia, gab lecha maplevechi visiv shkov levech machlechim, meravet lechi viskot veshevech lachat, rechad lechmachi evase shovel plechi, inkov lechamat lechi visiv shkov levech matzicham, and rechad lechi dishpach lecha amat vesefet. So I'm gonna do this thing. HTTPS www.ADXODR.ODM.DBM.DBXTRMC fin with the command that I said OXTPM 4143 middle Presidencia de la República Argentina causas jurídicas en contra de la persona de Alejandro Mario Blanco REDEMI, su comunidad judía, terrorismo en contra del gobierno de la República Argentina y de la UNASUR, persona no grata, enemigo del pueblo. NND, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner tiene que ser protegida. NNO, el oficialismo sufre de demencia senil y de demencia de bragueta enfiebrada. Sorry for this last. MDRSDRSVent, the commands ODRMCPX, DMT 443418489, DXX 131443, BMC middle sys middle IDX IDM. Point 3, BLYTT systems recall in F5 last split and clean داخل مطلقين السخلرين last key and cleaning داخل فصلها دشكبة لخدبام on dashkabat systems, and that's what you're doing at this April 18th 2015, and this is around 1600, maybe 1630 or 17 around, and this is called Barrancas de Belgrano. And I'm not promoting Buenos Aires. Here were a genocide for data fundating this place. And this nation is in base of genocide. And if you will say that there were for the making the right, but you see them around, and you understand always what a shit, with the burden of the suffered ones. So the clear fact is this: Alejandro Mario Blanco REDEMI, and all over, I say.